Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. When things happen too fast, you obviously need some time to look into it, analyze them, put them together, and reach a conclusion. Sometimes the conclusion could be A, but then after a while you receive more information and it turns into B or C, and so on. So, what happened? A very concerning, from my perspective, news, and that is Hungary capitulated, I would say. The second Turkey capitulated in front of NATO. You know, Turkey and Hungary had some issues with, ratifying Sweden's bid to join NATO. Turkey provided a lot of requests. Hungary, not really. But nevertheless, they were the last two countries in NATO to ratify Sweden's, accession into NATO. As you probably know, yesterday Turkey said, yeah, we have no problem. Okay, we lifted all the barriers. Sweden can come in. Today, Hungary did the same thing just before the Vilnius, Lithuania meeting. Well, let's look in this article, and it's concerning not only the timing, the coincidence, but also the verbiage used in this article by the Hungarian foreign minister. The Kiev Independent Hungarian foreign minister says Hungary's ratification of Sweden's NATO bid, and I'm quoting, only a technical issue. This is from today, July 11, 2023. Hungary's ratification of Sweden's NATO membership is, and I'm quoting, only a technical issue, end quote, the Hungarian foreign minister Peter Szijjártó said on July 11th. And I'm quoting, our position regarding Sweden is also clear. The government supports NATO accession, which is why we presented the proposal on this issue to the parliament many months ago, end quote, Szijjártó wrote on Facebook. And I'm quoting again, closing the ratification process is only a technical issue. Well, it says here, Budapest has been delaying the ratification over Sweden's past criticism of Hungary democracy, backsliding and the rule of law issues. In May, Prime Minister Viktor Orbán said that the bilateral relations must improve before Hungary accepts Sweden's bid. What happened from yesterday to today? Did Sweden's past criticism disappeared? Their bilateral relations changed overnight, improved? What happened? It says on June 28th, Hungary announced the postponement of the vote on Sweden's accession to the legislative session in the fall. Remember, so a few days ago, like what, 12 days ago, 13 days ago, Hungary announced the postponement of the vote on Sweden's accession to the legislative session in the fall. That's September, October, November. However, early in July, Szijjártó indicated that Budapest will not delay the issue if Turkey drops its reservations. So, wait a minute, what happened with these guys right here? The criticism and ba-ba-beep, boo-boo-boo-ba-ba-bum. Now, I'm not, maybe I'm disappointed not because Hungary and all that. Maybe I'm disappointed of the conclusion I'm about to reach. And I don't like it. That's why I'm disappointed. Because the conclusion that these two announcements bring by an analysis is very, very bad. And I will explain. I don't know if it happened to you, but we always dream. Go to bed and we dream, and in the morning we sometimes have a hard time to remember the dream. We dream every night. That's a case. The problem is we don't remember. What did you dream? What did you dream last night? No, I didn't dream about anything. Yes, you dreamt, but you don't remember. That's according to the books I read. So anyway, do you have this, or did you ever have this problem? You wake up in the morning and say, I know I dreamt about something. Yes, I think it was, well, I know it's like it's there, but it's not there. You know you dreamt about something. Sometimes it's coming close to you. Say, yes, I dreamt about Gigi, but you don't see Gigi. You don't know exactly what it is, but you know you dreamt, and you know you're about to grab that dream and put it back in your conscious. It happened to me a few times. Or let's say you are in a you solve a mathematical problem, and you have all the data or the data provided, and you are like, I know what it is. Yes, I think it's, but you can't grasp the concept, or you can't reach the, this is it, man. Yes, that little thing. That's how I feel right now on the global issue. Not on NATO. NATO is just a one out of many that shows, certain kind of, how should I put it? The symptoms is one of the symptoms of something greater. To put a diagnostic on the issue, you see the symptoms. So the same here. NATO is just one symptom. And the other one is the war in Ukraine. You can figure out what's behind the scenes, or what really is, by looking at the symptoms. And you try to put all together like that dream, or like that mathematical issue, or philosophical concept, where you're like, well, I'm almost about to, or you have the theorem when you were in school, in mathematics, arithmetics, and you have a theorem like Pythagoras or something. It's very clear, that one, but you had some other ones that you have to understand, or the principle in physics, the laws of the gases, or I don't know how you call it, the gas laws and laws, and you think, oh my God, what I understand it, but I don't. That's where I'm with this right now. It was clearer before, but with this change of heart in 24 hours, and in 48 hours Biden calling Erdogan the next day said, yes, we might be okay, but we need to be accepted in the European Union. Hungary not promised anything, not given anything, or Turkey, it so appears to be. We don't know yet. I said yesterday in a video discussing the Turkey's change of heart overnight. Maybe we find out within a year what Turkey was promised for the deal of saying yes, Sweden, or not given, because maybe Turkey and Hungary just tried to play a certain card, and this guy said, you know what? That's how much we're gonna give you. After this, that's the question. After this, what? What made Turkey change its mind? Without anything changed from 3 days ago. Something changed after Biden's call, during Biden's call, before, in a matter of 48 hours, not even 48 hours. What changed in Hungary's position? Because apparently nothing happened. Sweden did not come and say, you know what, we're friends now, we forget about that, No, nothing changed. What changed? Now, this, for me, correlated with a very much controlled fight in Ukraine between the Russians and the West. Controlled fight. Why? Well, we're not going to give them this, don't shoot this, you don't do this, we're not going to send them so we don't anger Russia, we don't want to escalate. But little by little they escalated, and the Russians did not do shit. That's another thing. The French will send now a missile that will be able to hit, I can't remember the name of it, I will make a video on it anyway, able to hit 500 kilometers within Russian territory. Longer range missile than the Storm Shadow, the British one. What's going on here? And the Russian says, yeah, we will react. I haven't seen any reaction. If you really look at what the Russians did since the invasion, the whatever you want to call it in Ukraine, they say, well, that's an escalation. We're going to react. That's an escalation. Yeah, you send those howitzers. You send the juvenile shit. You send the HIMARS. You send the armored vehicles, the tanks, the airplanes, short-range missile systems, Patriot, longer. We're going to react with what? Destroying the infrastructure of Ukraine? Is that your reaction? One to what? What else? We're going to hit the command post. Like what? Like what? Zaluzny supposedly still alive. I think the other one, Budanov, is out. But on the other hand, the other guys killed one colonel and two generals, one yesterday and the one about 3 weeks ago. So what's going on here? These guys are getting anything. They got cluster munition. They will get cluster munition. We're going to respond. How? Then you have Prigozhin's uprising with this in mind. He said before, there's a problem with the elite and with many things that happen in Moscow that Putin is not aware of. I think Putin is aware, but he was absolving Putin of anything, but he was looking in others. Like, hey, these guys are not fighting in Ukraine. Remember, it was Kadyrov said the same thing, the Chechen leader. Now Prigozhin said the same thing. Like, these guys are not really fighting in Ukraine. They fight with a minimum, and that's showing with a minimum. I don't think they fight with more than 5% of their capability. Why? Look at the troops. It's like the Russians don't fight to win. They fight to keep it over there. Well, is this an understanding somewhere that I'm missing? Remember the dream? Is something that I'm missing to grasp? Where are the 5 million fighters? Bring 5 million people and go into Ukraine. No, they're not. Why is that? Well, all these things put together, it makes me think the quick change of mind of Turkey, that was a escalation on this side, nothing on this side. The Russians keeping what, 600,000 soldiers all together to fight Ukraine? That's how much they employed. So about 600,000. Is that how you want to win against an army that is millions? Because Ukraine had more than 1 million people involved in all this. I mean, it had a population of 39 million people or 40. Out of that, if you defend your country, then you should have at least, I was about to say 20 million, but let's say 15 million general mobilization, 10 million in a general mobilization. Ukraine should have had at least 10 million out of 40 million population. And I'm being very, very conservative. So if you have 10 million, you come what? With 150, 350, 150, and that's it? And the guys over there in the Donbass? What's going on here? It's a special military operation. It's not a war, because if it would be a war, it would be a general mobilization. I don't know exactly, and I'm right now. I'm not about to say anything because I'm waiting. I need maybe 2 more pieces of the puzzle to come and say, you know what I think it is? These guys changed their mind too fast. Turkey provided the Azov battalion for 5 or 6 commanders to Ukraine. The Russians said, oh, that's not nice. Oh, really? Oh my God. These guys ratify Sweden. Hungary immediately, overnight, yeah, we ratify. The French give longer range missiles. Prigozhin and Wagner, including Kadyrov and all others, warn us that, hey, it's a problem in Moscow. Those guys are not fighting. Remember how a lot of people said in Vietnam, at least I heard it here in the United States of America, the military in Vietnam did not fight full force, I was told. They just fought with their hands behind their back. That's how they fought. That's why they didn't. They could, he said. Many people said they could just flatten the whole thing and just conquer, but they were not allowed by the politicians and mass media. So who was behind all that? I don't know if that's going to be said in private about what's going on in Russia right now. Well, they didn't let the military go over there because really Russia is not employing its military. And besides, if they want to stop the war, they will not they can stop it in 3 hours. Or in 3 hours could be determined what's going on. But it's not. It's not. I'm not supporting any escalation, but this is like we play ball, over the net. Puck, 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 puck. That's how it seems to me now, and I see what's going on over here. They're all friends. Somehow NATO takes over, United States takes over clearly over what's going on in Europe. Clearly. Deploying new, Germany deploys permanent army in what? In Lithuania and other Baltic states? What's going on here? And the Russians are, yeah, okay, we're going to retaliate. Yeah, we're going to bring nuclear weapons in Belarus. The Ukrainians said, the intelligence community said, no, they didn't bring anything yet. But hey, we want Poland. We want United States to bring nuclear weapons in Poland. It's sometimes like this. When you live, you don't want to believe reality. That's how a big lie is created. You don't want to believe that such an obvious lie is really here, and you try to find justification for yourself instead of saying, no man, that's a big lie. No, that's a big this or a big that, because you're like, this is too obvious, it can't be. So you try to find other things. Like if, for instance, you see your wife, God forbid, walking out of a hotel with someone, a male, and you look and you don't want to, you know exactly what it is, 99%, you know exactly what it is, but you're not going to do anything. You think you don't want to go and face it and say, you know what, you, okay, bye-bye, see you never, divorce, see ya. That's the right way to do it. But you're like, oh, I have kids, I have this, I have history, and then you start thinking, maybe they just, I don't know, maybe to use the restroom over there. Maybe that's a co-worker. Maybe they had a meeting in one of the, meeting rooms over there. You try to find yourself justifications because you don't want to show and face, reach the obvious conclusion. They were over there because it's too much for you. The same here with the Russians and the West. And what's going on is too much for me to come and say, no man, I think these guys, just for us and people die. Oh no man, they can't be too criminal. No, I don't think anything can be too criminal for these guys. I mean, if you look in history, these things are not, oh my God, Emil, that's awful. Why do you think it happened before? Look at Soviet Union and the West. They shook hands after 1945 like best guys. Until what? 50 something? Oh my God, we have the Cold War here. Cold War, they were cooperating. They divided the world, but they were discussing behind the scenes. And then Soviet Union just collapsed like that. They decided, oh, we're not gonna be no more. Oh no, we outspend them. Yeah, that's a dead story, okay? Oh yeah, Mr. Gorbachev tore down the wall. Yeah, we outspent them with. They were starving. They were not starving in 1990. It was like an order. All those communist countries fell in what, a year or two, just because they realized all of a sudden, all of them in 1 year, that hey, you know what? We're not gonna be here in Soviet Union, in the Warsaw Pact, and we're not gonna be communists anymore. All of us. Only Ceausescu, the Romanian dictator, says, no, we're not going to be. What happened to him? He got killed. None of anybody else got killed. None of them. Only this guy. The story is saying that he was warned, hey, you got to get out, open up Romania. Gorbachev, when he showed up in Bucharest, the Romanian intelligence said that's what he was told. You got to... Actually, when Ceausescu went to Moscow last time, he was warned, and the airport he said, yeah, see you at the meeting, bye-bye. And Gorbachev said, yeah, if we meet there by then, like, if you're still gonna be alive. And that's it. So I don't know, I'm with a dream right now. I have my conclusion for the evidence I have right now, but I need 2 more facts. When I have 2 more facts, I'm gonna have, if those facts are indeed supporting what I think it is, I'm going to come here and I'm going to tell you, I think that's the way, in my assessment, happens on this planet. Biden went to London yesterday. He met King Charles III, They touched one another, checked their balls, I mean, rolling down behind them, or both of them, they didn't have balls attached, they were just rolling behind. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, and they discussed, what did they discuss? King Charles is not supposed to talk politics, I heard. He should be, what did they talk about? They talk about the global warming, the carbon emission, or something like that. What? What? What do you mean you talk about? That was the most pressing thing. And they are both, Biden and, what's his name, King Charles, members of John Kerry's, I don't know what organization, global warming he's got. What's going on over here? We'll see. We'll see, my friends. And now they take over, what's his name, take care of Trump. Because he pulls us out of Paris Accord, global warming and shit, remember? And now they take care of him. On and on and on. He was outside of the club, seems to me. And the club includes, that's what I'm afraid, many people that we call, or we are supposed to call, enemies. I'm starting to believe, or reach a conclusion that actually is the big club just pulling a fast one on us. That's what I think. I start thinking that's really over there and we are just the weasels who need to work. That's it. Work and keep our mouths shut. Yeah, we're allowed to say certain things, so we have the mirage, illusion that we have free speech. And if you speak really, really loud, you're gonna be, let's talk. I don't want to talk. Really? Trump has to talk. What about you? And Trump was banned from Twitter, from Facebook. You disappear, an unknown person. Look what happened to Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage, Brexit, remember Great Britain? He can't open an account. He can, but he was kicked out of the accounts. Why? Because he's a politically exposed person or something, PEP? Look into that. And you have cash? Good. You don't have cash? Starve. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.